So counting down to Robert De Niro's 80th birthday on August 17th of this year, I thought I would do a binge of his movies that I own. So let's pick number 10 of this binge. This actually really hurts my arm, and yet I still do it every time. Being Flynn! Oh! I watched this recently, and by recently I mean within the last 3 years. I kind of felt sorry for De Niro's character, but also like, it's a good movie. So it deserves a rewatch. Let me tell you the synopsis if you haven't heard it already. Academy Award winner Robert De Niro, Paul Dano, and Academy Award nominee Julianne Moore gives powerhouse performances in this compelling exploration of the unbreakable yet fragile bonds between parent and child. Written and directed by Paul Weitz, Nick Flynn is a young writer seeking to define himself. His father, Jonathan, however, scrapes through life on his own terms and has not seen his son in 18 years. Taking a job at a homeless shelter, Nick finds purpose in his own life and work until one night Jonathan arrives seeking a bed. To give the two men a shot at a real future, Nick wrestles with the notion of reaching out to his dad in this undeniably powerful adaptation of Nick Flynn's award-winning memoir, Another Bold Night in Suck City. Yeah, I did self-censor myself, by the way. And I also didn't know that this was a book, which now I have to go find that book, thanks being Flynn. But I think the first time that I watched this, I kind of like realized how much I love watching De Niro play a parent role. And as also watching this, it's really interesting to see the way that it's played, because he's not this big bad scary guy that we see in a lot of other movies. He is this guy who's down on his luck, who has a parental issue, who, you know, has nothing really. And his son's trying to come back in his life, but the two of them kind of wrestle with the, do I need you, do I want you, what's the point anymore relationship. And I think that's a really cool little thing to watch. So we're going to put Being Flynn on, and up until recently when I found a copy of this, I didn't actually know this movie existed, so go check it out. So anyway, like I said, I'm going to put this on. Let's give it a watch. I like that. Also, people, give me recommendations for Paul Dano movies, because I think he's another great actor that I should really be paying more attention to, because I found that I don't hate anything that he's in. Alright, let's go! Look how simple that is. But this is what I also mean. He plays like this old man who kind of feels like he's at the end of a lot of things in the toll of his life, like his relationships, his financials, his kind of everything. He's just kind of there. Yeah, let's give it another watch, because like I said, it's been a short while since I've watched it, but I do remember how much I did love this movie.
America has produced only 3 classic writers: Mark Twain, J.D. Salinger, and me. I'm Jonathan Flynn. Everything I write is a masterpiece. And soon, very soon, I shall be known. At this point of the story, let's call it the present, I am an upstanding citizen of these United States. I have a job, a roof over my head. I have sustenance. Perhaps I'll let you read my masterpiece someday. The Button Man, also known as The Confessions of Christopher Cobb. It's classic.
So it is just as good as I remember. It is a bit of a slow story in some parts, but because it's such a human story, Being Flynn is so good at that element. Like I already mentioned at the beginning of the video, this is based on a true story, based on a man's life with his relationship with his father. It's also interesting to know that when you watch it, you can see kind of the downfall of society and how they treat people who are homeless, and how sometimes it's not always someone's fault. It's due to the consequences around the world that they live in. But you can also watch how this man kind of self-sabotages himself, and like not just the fact that he blames himself for his mom's death, but the self-sabotage he has with trying to kind of have this complicated relationship with his dad,
and just watching it all go down. It is definitely one of the harder finds of De Niro's movie. It's definitely one of the good movies. Unfortunately, when you read the Letterboxd reviews, they're all about Paul Dano and his half-clothed sex scene, which is like cool, but cool. There's an actual story to this besides Paul Dano being half naked during a sex scene. Anyway, definitely give it a watch. Like I said, it's a bit slow, but it's definitely a battle to sit through. It deals with humanized feelings, you know, it deals with suicide, it deals with drugs, it deals with homelessness. It's an intense topic to watch with all those three in them, but it's definitely a beautiful film. And it's also really fun to watch this like narrative battle between the two guys.